In less than 2 short weeks, they've plunged from presiding over the best-selling newspaper in the land and putting together the biggest media deal the country's ever seen to scrapping for their corporate lives. Just before 2:30 this afternoon, they'll tread this corridor in Portcullis House in Westminster to prepare for their much-awaited appearance before the Culture, Media and Sport Committee. It promises to be captivating political theatre. In one of the committee rooms on this floor, for the very first time, all 3 of the people right at the top of the news of the world will be questioned in public. Rebekah Brooks, the former editor and chief executive of News International, who's now resigned and been arrested. Her mentor, Rupert Murdoch, the media mogul who's seen his empire shaken to its very roots. And his son and heir, James, who won't relish being questioned about what he knew and when. So what are the key questions the key players want to ask?
My name's Mark Lewis. I represent a number of the victims. The committee is going to have to ask a number of questions. The first question they should be asking to Rebekah Brooks is, what did she mean when she said it's going to get worse in a year's time? What was going to come out that she knew about? The question to ask James Murdoch is, what did he sign a cheque for? And the question to ask to Rupert Murdoch is, when he was asked what his priority was, what he wanted to do, he just pointed at Rebekah Brooks and said, save her.
My name's George Galloway, and my telephone was hacked by the News of the World way back in 2003. I hope the Select Committee will use the enormous power and prestige that it has to get to the bottom of this matter, to find out from these 3 witnesses what they knew and when they knew it, and why they took the actions to hush things up that they undoubtedly did.
I'm Adrian Sanders. I'm a Liberal Democrat member of the committee, and I want to be asking the questions that everybody really wants answers to. Who, what, why, how, and in particular, who is going to take responsibility? Where does accountability lie for some of the things that have gone on and have really upset the British public?
Mrs Brooks has appeared at a Select Committee before and made what seemed to be a startling admission.
We have paid the police for information in the past.
She later said she'd been misunderstood and on police bail this time is likely to be very wary about which questions she answers and how. Whether we find out any more than we already know about what went on at the News of the World during the murky days of the alleged hacking is debatable. That the triumvirate who were running the organisation at the time are being interrogated in public is fascinating in itself. David Bowden, Sky News, Westminster.